Hari Om. Yes, back again with another story. And this story is truly one of my very favorite stories. And it's also about my favorite Bhagwan. And I know he's a favorite Bhagwan for all of you. There's nobody who can escape the attraction towards this Bhagwan. And you must have guessed who I'm talking about. Well, the name of the story is Chitta Chora, and that must have made your guesses paka, right? Okay, so what about Chitta Chora? What about Lord Krishna? Let's see. Once upon a time, in a small town near Vrindavan, and you all know Vrindavan was the place where Bhagwan played so many leelas, right? So, in that small town near Vrindavan, there was a wealthy devotee of Bhagwan, and he had arranged for a Bhagavata discourse, a Bhagavata Saptaha. Like, they take 7 full days, every day there is a discourse, and they talk about the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam, written by, or rather composed by Sri Vedavyas ji, it's a beautiful set of many stories, and they're all stories filled with devotion and how Bhagwan came to save many of his devotees. And in this Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto, the entire Krishna Leela is described. Now, in this wealthy devotee's house, the Bhagavata Saptaha was going on, and presently the 10th canto, the Krishna Leela part, was being spoken about. And the pious Brahmana who was sitting there giving the discourse was talking about how Mother Yashoda so lovingly decked her little Krishna with all sorts of ornaments. He had the best of the crowns, and you all know what there was on that crown, and the best of jewels she picked for him. Whether it's the chains, the necklaces, or the bangles, or the arm bracelets, or the anklets, or the fingerings, or the earrings, whatever it may be, or the waistband. She picked the best of the ornaments, and of course they were all studded with precious gems like rubies and emeralds, and the gold was just so lustrous and shining, and the pearls were the finest pearls. And she decked her dear child, her beloved Krishna, and he and brother Balarama went to graze the cows. So this was being described in the story, in the Bhagavata Katha by the Brahmana. Now, in the audience, there was one man who was actually a thief. Now, this thief had already planned earlier that he would rob this wealthy person's house. And he had come all prepared, but when he came there, what did he see? He saw that there was this Bhagavata Katha discourse going on, and there were so many people. How could he rob the house when there were so many people? So he waited. He thought, let me wait for all these people to disperse from here, let this Katha and all get over, and then I'll get on to the job. Now what happened? Because he was forced to stand there, and luckily, Bhagwan did not make lid for our ears. Eyes we can close, nose of course we can't, we have to breathe. Mouth we can shut, thank God. But ears, Bhagwan did not keep lid or door. So his ears were open, and he had nothing else to do. He was watching the people here and there, and something that the Brahmana said just caught his attention. Because what was the Brahmana telling about? What was he describing? Ornaments, jewelry, precious stones, gold, pearls, rubies, emeralds. All this caught the thief's attention. And the thief said, if I get this boy, get all the ornaments from him, I don't have to rob anybody's house anymore. I will have enough for my lifetime and more. And so he waited for the discourse to get over, and then the people also dispersed, and this Brahmana was walking back home. At this point, the thief followed the Brahmana. He followed the Brahmana and stopped him in the middle. And he was a thief, just a little scary looking also. The Brahmana got afraid and he said, "Look, I don't have anything with me. Just leave me alone." This man said, "Arey, I don't want anything from you. I just want a piece of information." He said, "Information? What do you want to know?" She said, "You were talking about that boy whose mother decked him up so much and sent him to graze the cows. I want to know where that boy is. Where can I find him?" The Brahmana looked at him and smiled and said, "Oh, he. You know the town Vrindavan? You can go to Vrindavan and there the Yamuna river is flowing. And on the banks of the Yamuna river, early in the morning, you will find two boys. One is a fair boy. Usually he is dressed in a white dhoti. And there's one more boy with him, a dark complexioned boy who's usually in a golden yellow dhoti. And I was talking about him." "Ah," said the thief. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you," he said, and he went. Where did he go? Of course, to Vrindavan. And it was late in the evening, so he went. He decided, not going to wait. I have to get hold of this boy. And so he somehow made his way. He reached Vrindavan. He also reached the banks of the Yamuna river. And it was still not yet dawn. It was not yet morning. And so there was a tree there. He climbed up and he sat. He was a little sleepy. So he was going down like this and suddenly he remembered, "Oh, what if the boy comes?" Then again he would be all alert and watchful. Then again he would go. And at one moment he had kind of fallen asleep like that. And then something very pleasant woke him up. Guess what that was? The melodious sounds from the flute. Of whom? The thief didn't know. He woke up though and he looked around, and at a distance he thought that music must be coming from there. And then he kind of became fully awake and he waited. And the sun rays also came out. It was dawn, it was daybreak, and he saw two young boys walking towards him, walking towards this tree. And one of those boys, like that Brahmana had said, was a fair one, wearing white dhoti. And next to him there was a dark complexioned one, wearing a yellow dhoti. And it was that dark complexioned one who was playing the flute. And such enchanting music he was creating with that flute. And the thief just waited, mesmerized by that music. He waited, and as the boys approached him, he was awestruck and he just froze. You know why? That young boy was such a Tejasvi. He had some charm about him. He was so attractive that this thief could not take his eyes away from him. He hardly even blinked. He just kept looking and looking at that boy. And the boys were actually approaching him. This man had come down from the tree and he was waiting. And something strange was happening to him. His heart felt full. His eyes were filled with tears of joy. And when he saw that boy, the boy approached, and this thief went and caught his hand and said, "Stop!" This boy said, "Oh, who are you? And why are you holding my hand? Leave me. You're scaring me." The thief immediately left his hand and said, "Oh, this evil mind of mine. That's why you got scared of me." And actually, you know what had happened? The moment that thief held that boy's hand, now you all know who that boy is, right? So when this thief held Krishna's hand, something had happened. And you know what that something is? His mind had become clean. All the dirty thoughts from his mind were washed away. And he was now a pure, loving being, completely attracted and sold out to Bhagwan. And Krishna's hand, when he touched, oh, there was something that happened to him. And but then when the boy said, I am scared of you, he kind of felt ashamed. He said, oh, it's my dirty mind that has caused you to be scared of me. But he also said, but I beg you, don't ask me to leave you, please. And you know what that little boy Krishna told him? He told him something that is so sweet. He said, didn't you come here for my jewels, for these ornaments? Here, he removed everything and he had a bag with him. He put it in that and said, here, take it. The thief looked at him and said, but if you give me all these ornaments, won't your mother scold you? The boy said, don't worry, I have plenty at home. And you know what? I am a bigger thief than you are. But you know, there is a difference between you being a thief and me being a thief. You know, nobody complains that I am a thief. Everyone still loves me even though I am a big thief. And you know what? You have a precious ornament with you, and that is called the chitta. And you know what people call me? They call me Chitta Chora. And right now, I have stolen your heart and I'm taking it away with me. And the two boys disappeared. And this reminds me of Chitta Chora Yashoda ke baal, Navanita Chora Gopal. Chitta Chora Yashoda ke baal, Navanita Chora Gopal. Chitta Chora. So that was our Chitta Chora who came and disappeared. Now this thief felt something on his shoulder and he saw that there was a bag, and that was the bag of ornaments. He didn't even know what to make of this. He was so thrilled. He went super fast back to the town and he found that Brahmana, and he said, oh Brahmana, guess what happened? Look at this. I got that boy's ornaments. The Brahmin was shocked and he said, but where did you find that boy? He said, Arey, you only told me, sir. You only told me go to Yamuna banks and those two boys will come. And exactly what you said happened. Except that you didn't tell me that he plays the flute so beautifully. I enjoyed that music, and what a handsome looking boy. I was so mesmerized by his beauty, and I didn't even have to ask him anything. He just gave me the jewels and he just disappeared. And he said he was a bigger thief than me. And this Brahmin said, Arey, will you take me to that place? Will you make me also see him? He said, oh, why not? Come, let's go. Let's go to Vrindavan. And so both of them went to Vrindavan. And when they went to Vrindavan, they waited. Again, they waited for the morning and they went to the banks of Yamuna. They stood near the same tree. And it was just about morning. And the thief could hear that sound. He said, can you hear that flute? See, those boys must be coming. Ah, there they are. There they're coming. See. Look. The Brahmin looked. He could see nothing there. He could not see any boys walking towards him. And he was very disappointed. Then he thought in his mind, Bhagwan, I sing your praises every day. I talk about you. I narrate your stories. So many people listen and feel so fulfilled. And yet, you chose to give darshan to this thief. Why not me, Bhagwan? And he heard Krishna's voice from within, saying, you narrate the Bhagavatam, you narrate my story just like any other story. But this thief completely believes in it, beyond any doubt. He has no doubt about the whole thing. He doesn't even see it as a story. You were narrating the story and he actually came in search of me and had not an iota of doubt in his mind, and his heart is pure. That's all that's needed for anybody to get my darshan, said that divine voice from within. This was the story of our Chitta Chora Yashoda ke baal, नवनीत चोर गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल चित चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल चित चोरा. That was the story of our beloved Kitty, our beloved Krishna, our Chitta Chora. Are we all ready to let him steal our hearts too? I hope you enjoyed the story. This is one of my absolute favorites. बोलिए कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय. So until the next story, Hari Om to all of you.